Hello Pokemon fans all over the world, I'm Wana, Japanese Pokemon fan. As you know, some series of Pokemon is set in Japan such as Kanto or Johto. And the latest series Scarlet and Violet also includes Japanese stage. Yes, Kitakami Village. Kitakami is located in Tohoku region in Japan. And actually there are many cultures and sceneries of Tohoku in Kitakami Village. They were so fascinating, so I visited real Kitakami for 2 weeks. Today I introduced some places that Kitakami Village was based on, with comparing the video game and the real world. Firstly, we are Mostly Town in the beginning of Kitakami story. This is exactly typical center of country town in Tohoku. They are very common in country town, so Mostly Town may not be modeled after specific place. Instead, there is a city related to Kitakami Village in Tohoku. That's Kitakami City. Yes, they have same name. Kitakami City is located on south of Iwate Prefecture. This is not village but city. However, there is similar atmosphere. For example, there is folklore of Oni. Oni is Japanese demon or ogre, and some people believe there are Oni somewhere in Kitakami City. In fact, there are wide rice fields and nature, so Oni may hide in these places. In addition, there is the important facility Oni no Yakata, the Oni Museum of Kitakami. This heat frame mask is landmark. This museum exhibits a lot of demon masks all over Japan and the world. Especially Kitakami's Oni masks are really like Ogapon's ones. And these masks are used for traditional performing arts of Kitakami City. That's Oni Kenbai. Oni Kenbai is a sword dance with mask and costume of Oni like Ogapon. And usually Oni Kenbai consists of 8 members like Oga clan. In this way, Kitakami City is literally Kitakami Village in the many aspects. Probably Game Freak refers to this city. However, the model for Kitakami Village is not only Kitakami City, then we go to Kitakami Hall. Kitakami Hall resembles Shinto shrines, religious facilities unique to Japan. This red art is like a torii gate and long stairs are often seen in a separate path. So Kitakami Hall is thought to be based on certain Shinto shrine. However, there is not placed much exactly. Then I thought production team mixed some images of Shinto shrines of Tohoku. Kitakami Hall to worship royal tree. On the other hand, there are some shrines related to Oni, so I went around these shrines. Firstly, I visited Mitsu's shrines in Morioka, Iwate Prefecture. There are big rocks called Oni no Tegata or demon's hand printed in the rocks. Literally in the mostly rocks, there is handprint of Oni that did something bad a long time ago. This handprint is contract not bad anymore, and for some reason, most doesn't grown up on this handprint. In Japanese, the name Iwate meaning rock hand came from this handprint, so they are important rocks on the Iwate's history. Unfortunately, it's difficult to find handprint due to weathering at the present day. By the way, there is Mosenda border at Kitakami Hall too. Its model is thought of as Oni no Tegata. As a basis for that, they have similar stories. Tradition says both rocks are dropped out from the sky by eruption one day, but in fact, it's known that they came from other places at present. Next, I visit Oni shrines in Onizawa, Aomori Prefecture. What a direct name this is! This shrine worships the Oni that built a well for people having worried about the drought. People appreciate it and this district got called Onizawa. This story reminds us of a wellspring mask. Maybe production team got the idea from it. And Oni shrine is similar to Kitakami Hall's facility. Of course, this type of shrine is common, so it may be by chance. But this is the most similar among all shrines I've been to. Nextly, I visited Shinza Shrine in Oga Akita Prefecture. Shinza Shrine worships Namahage, the local Oni of Oga City. It's built on around top of Shinza Mountain, and Oga's people believe that there are Namahage in the mountains forest, like Ogapon. Especially on December 31st, some Oga people play Namahage and go around private houses. Then they accuse people's wrong of the year, such as skipping homework, and during that, people entire Namahage. After this process, Namahage go to the next house. This is the tradition of Oga. In this way, Namahage is not evil but a kind of good duty like Ogapon. Moreover, Namahage's body is made by glass and its face is covered by mask. These elements also match Ogapon. In addition, Namahage is sort of a duty of fire. A heat frame mask may have come from this folklore. Lastly, I visited Akagami Shrine in Oga too. There are very long stone steps to go shadow. That's the 5 temples on the top of the mountain. These steps are believes that 5 oni that came from China built. In the video game, the man and Ogerpon also came from foreign country, and oni having built stone steps are maybe modeled for a cornerstone mask. Additionally, these oni are sometimes identified with Namahage. Now we finished shrine hopping. In this way, I thought Kitakami Hall is based on these Shinto shrines. Besides, there are some elements of Tohoku in Kitakami Hall. These Japanese lanterns are based on ones of Akita Kanto Festival on Akita City of Akita Prefecture. This ice cream is Baba Hera ice cream in Akita Prefecture too. This shape of gate may have come from this shape of A buildings in Aomori City of Aomori Prefecture. When you go to these places, you'll feel a piece of Kitakami. Then we see a big mountain beside Kitakami Hall. Yeah, it's Oni Mountain. Next, let's jump into Kitakami's nature. After going up the stairs, we can see Oni's mouth. I believe there isn't a specific model for this skating structure, so let's ignore here and aim to Crystal Pool through Infernal Pass. To cut the chase, Crystal Pool and Infernal Pass are based on the sacred mountain Osorezan. Osorezan Mountain is located in Mutsu City, Aomori Prefecture. This is northeast edge of Tohoku and Honshu, and also called the Shimokita Peninsula that is same shape as Kitakami Center. This is a crater lake Usoriko at the top of the mountain. Needless to say, this is a stage of Crystal Pool, so the lake surface is shining like crystal, and the beach around the lake is called Gokurakuhama, meaning the heaven beach. As the name suggests, this place is so beautiful that we feel wholeness. Besides, there is Taiko Bridge that is built to connect between this world and hereafter. It's also seen in the video game, and under the bridge, a river is running right here. In front of the bridge, there is a colorless grain road with smoke from ground. It's so powerful. Additionally, we can see both the across brook and yellow rock surface due to sulfur. This impressive view is exactly Infernal Pass. Moreover, they have same name Jigokudani in Japanese, meaning Hell Valley. Some locals believe they go to Osorezan after death, so it's literally hereafter. This is why some people meet dead at Crystal Pool. And that is related to hereafter. Atmosphere Conference, there are Ghost Boy and Ghost Pokemon also came from Osorezan, especially Saino Kawara, meaning riverbank of children's rainbow, is deeply related. In Japanese, it's also called Ochiai Kawara, like Saino Kawara, so it must be related. In addition, there is a spring water called Hiyamizu on the way to the top of Osorezan Mountain. Tradition says people having the water get longevity. This mysterious spring water is also seen at several zones on the way to Kitakami Center. In this way, Osorezan Mountain is clearly modeled for Oni Mountain, and in Oni Mountain there is another point to go. That's Chilling Waterhead. Its model is thought of as the Rusendo Cave in Iwaizumicho, Iwate Prefecture. Rusendo Cave is chosen for the big street structured cave in Japan, so it's so famous. Like Chilling Waterhead, its wall is wet and the waterway is running. We can walk pathway built on the waterway, and sometimes we face steep stairs. Like this, a narrow route is also seen in Chilling Waterhead. The best parts of Rusendo caves are underground lakes. This beautiful lake is so clear and lit up, so we can look in bottom of it. At most, we can see 3 lakes on the route. But there are more lakes back of the third one that's undisclosed. By the way, in addition to Chilling Waterhead, there is another cave on the top of Oni Mountain. It's here, and let's dive, and we can see an underground lake here too. The model of this nameless cave is also thought of as Rusendo Cave. As a basis for that, we can see stalactites here too, and this lake also leads to the back. To sum up, 2 caves of Kitakami are based on Rusendo Cave. After going through Chilling Waterhead, we arrive at Fellhorn Gorge, a steep and narrow place. Its model is thought of as Geibike Gorge on Ichinoseki of Iwate Prefecture. Geibike is so calm river, so people enjoy river rafting. Of course, I participated too. Our boatman rode the boat by only one rod, and we start to go slowly. During the river rafting, we can see a lot of beautiful views with hearing sounds of nature. This time is so relaxing. The interesting point is why the duck follows us. They know tourists with them. Similarly, we can see ducklets in Fellhorn Gorge. After the river rafting with being surrounded ducks, we arrive at the end point. This is one of the most powerful views of Geibike, and there is a rock resembling a nose instead of Fellhorn. After a short stay over here, we go to the way back. The view from opposite sides is also beautiful. In addition, there is another gorge Genbike on Ichinoseki too. This is Geibike, and that is Genbike. They are confused name. Genbike Gorge is smaller than Gabe Cave, but it's also similar to Fellhorn Gorge. While we are enjoying the impressive view, we can buy dumplings here. If you put money in the basket, the dumplings come flying from other side. It's like pigeons that fries rice cake. By the way, in Ichinoseki, there is a culture to eat rice cake frequently. Therefore, there are a lot of different kinds of rice cakes other Japanese haven't seen, and this culture is referred to the video game as pigeon or mochi. Besides, in Ichinoseki, there is also the whole Tohoku no Iwaya that is believed that Oni had lived long ago before the temple Bishamondo was built. It may be related to Directed Dam, today where the Oni is not there anymore. The interesting temple and the elegant garden can be seen. And if you go to these places on Ichinoseki, you may see traces rice field like Kitakami Rose one on the way. This cute tiny one is my favorite, Kanayama Tanada rice field. Because it's not famous, usually we need a cartwheel. Let's get back to the topic. Now we pass through Fellhorn Gorge, and we're walking on Kitakami Wilds, and in the inner part of here, there is timeless woods. Is this just forest we can see everywhere? No, it's unique forest. The Kitakami Mountains are very famous forest of Tohoku. It's approved as World Heritage because it haven't received interference by people long time. So this forest keeps ancient appearance till now. This is exactly timeless woods. So I thought to go to Kitakami Mountains, but there are many areas. After I considered where I should go to, I decided to go Amon area on Amon Prefecture. This time I went by bus from Hirosaki City. Hirosaki is a tasteful city and it's nearby Amon. On the way to Amon, there is a dam lake Tsugaru Sirakamiko. It's open scenery that reminds us this place on west of Kitakami Wilds. Maybe Game Freak used this view. Then we arrive at Amon. There are Amon Gorge route and beach forest walkway. Firstly, I went Amon Gorge route. The route has narrow and rocky roads so that we should be careful. It's dangerous, but the scenery is so beautiful. After walking 1 to 2 hours, we can find 3 waterfalls. Its first one, especially second one, resembles timeless Uzi's one. Unfortunately, the past the third one was closed on the day. So let's return with being surrounded powerful scenery. Nextly, we go to beach forest walkway. Beaches are kind of trees that have grown wild here around since ancient times. The moment we walk in on here, we get surrounded by countless beaches. According to research, this scenery is same as 1,000 years ago. That's so wonderful. During walking, we can see some powerful woods or fallen trees that make us feel strength of nature. When we arrive at the end point, we can see an open view like the video game. And after walking circle, we return to the start point with feeling nature. It's valuable time. Then we leave Kitakami Wilds and we find that glaciers stones. The model of these mysterious stones is clear. That's all stone circles on Kazuno, Akita Prefecture. There are many stone circles here. Small circles, big circles, and square circles. Among them, this is the biggest one, Manza stone circles, and the second biggest one, Nonakado stone circles. These 2 circles are highlights of here. According to research, they were built about 4,000 years ago. That's the Jomon period in Japanese history, and the purpose was a graveyard. Surprisingly, ancient people had already obtained the concept of funnel in the period. Precious stones may also have come from ancient times. Alright, let's go to the west from here. Then we arrive at Paradise Barrens soon. Why is this wilderness paradise? The answer is in the real world. Its model Hotokegaura is beautiful white cliffs on Sai Village, Aomori Prefecture. The name means Buddha's Inlet, so this wilderness is literally heaven. This heavenly beach is on the north end of Honshu, same as Osorezan Mountain, whereas the one-line distance between Osorezan and Hotokegaura looks short. The actual distance is very long because it's diversion, so it takes long time to move these 2 points. In the middle of the move, we can stop by Omazaki Cave, that is the northernmost point of Honshu. From here, we can see Hokkaido, that's the model of a single region. The blood moon may have come through here. Now we restart the drive and arrive at the observatory of Hotokegaura. Compare the cliff with the tip, you will realize how Hotokegaura is big. And after a little movement from here, we arrive at the parking of Hotokegaura. Go down the nature path from here, and we finally reach the destination. What a majestic view this is! My camera couldn't capture whole view because they are too large. While walking to look for a good point to take a photo, I found the rock I've seen before. It's perfectly same as Paradise Barrens' one. The cliffs over there are also similar to the surrounding terrains. Although there is no ocean in Kitakami, it must be correct to be modeled for it. By the way, there are wild monkeys around here, especially on the road during drive. Probably this is why wild antelope is seen here. Then let's aim to Wistful Fields. This area is called Fujigahara in Japanese, and that's important. Generally thinking, Fujigahara means wisteria fields because Fuji means wisteria in Japanese and there are wisterias. However, these wisterias are blooming only around the wisteria pond and there isn't any wisteria on this terrace road. And the English name Wistful Fields is not same as wisteria but just similar to. Because of this, there is the possibility that Fuji means not only wisteria but also Fujiwara clans that had dominated Oshu in Tohoku about 1000 years ago. And this viewpoint from Takadachi on Hiraizumi of Iwate Prefecture is important. A famous haiku poet Matsuo Basho read haiku about the rise and fall of Fujiwara clan while looking the view of Takadachi, and the haiku is well known. So probably the name and the scenery of the Wistful Fields and Fujigahara express this sad view and history of Takadachi. In addition, nearby Takadachi, there is a World Heritage Temple Chuson that built 900 years ago. In this golden temple, the mummies of Fujiwara are kept. And about 30 years ago, lotus seeds were discovered from the mummy of Yasuhira Fujiwara. The seeds were still alive and they bloom every year as a present. The lotus seeds called Chusonji lotus can be seen at ponds of Chusonji and some places on season. And probably this is the reason why flock of lotus are seen at Wisteria Pond. So this pond may have come from Chusonji temple. Lastly, we have done to go around the full circle of Kitakami and we arrive at the last point or start point by people, Apple Hills. Its model is divided by 2 points. One is Apple Hill on Namioka, Aomori Prefecture. This is a road station for a local road-like rest area seen on a highway. People can buy local foods and souvenirs at the road station, and Apple Hill is one of it. You may already know by now, the name Apple Hills came from Apple Hill. Also, there are apple orchards in Apple Hill, so it literally looks like Apple Hills. But these orchards are not as large as the video game's one. This model of this scenery is on another place. That's Hirosaki Apple Park on Hirosaki, Aomori Prefecture. This is the most famous sightseeing apple orchards, so the possibility that Game Freak uses it is highly. And the view of apple orchards is so tasteful. They bear a lot of apples on season. If the timing is right, we can enjoy the experience of picking apples. Of course, we can buy products made from apples grown up around here. They taste so good. In this way, Tohoku, especially Aomori Prefecture, is famous for apples because of the highest production volume of them in Japan. Other than Hirosaki Apple Park, we can see apple orchards here and there in Tohoku. So Apple Hills' scenery really expresses the norm of Tohoku. After passing through Apple Hills, we finally return to Mosui Town. Our journey is over just now. How was it? I considered the models and elements deeply and researched many days and long distance, so I'm glad if this report is useful. Lastly, other than places I introduced, there are many nice places in Tohoku, especially there are facilities related to Pokemon. For example, there is Zero Duel Park in Kuji of Iwate Prefecture and will be in Kitakami in future. We can find many rock-type Pokemon here, and Kuji City is known as the locality of Ambra, so there is Aerodactyl. Other than that, in Fukushima Prefecture, there are 4 Chansey parks. Chansey and pretty Pokemon are living in these parks. I went to Yanai's Town's one, and this town is so beautiful. Moreover, in Sendai of Miyagi Prefecture, there are Laplace buses and boats. Sometimes a greeting is held. Big Laplace also appeared before. And there is Pokemon Center Tohoku in Sendai too. Recently it was renewed. Now there is Ogapon. Although it's over, there was a Nebuta of Ogapon in Aomori City of Aomori Prefecture. Nebuta is the art of Nebuta Festival on Aomori City. They are so powerful and attractive. These collaborations are part of Pokemon local acts in some prefectures. The Pokemon are living up each local. Souvenirs are also sold on site, so they will give coloring to your trip. Besides pocket lists, the designed lid of manhole are set up all over Japan. They are all different design and drawn pictures of Pokemon related to local cultures. Of course, in Tohoku there are many lists. When you come to Japan, to check them is also fun. If you are interested in Tohoku trip, be careful to lack of a preparation. It's rural, so it doesn't have many transportations and English guidances. I recommend to check them well in advance, and please respect for manners and culture. Thank you for your interest. Now this video is ending, so let's meet again on other videos in future. See you next time.